Pencils are the bane of my existence sometimes, and I'll bet I'm not the only one who feels that way. Teachers just like can't stand pencils because they are always broken or lost, or they don't have any, or it's like the grinding pencil sharpener noise. It's just, if you're not a teacher, maybe you just don't understand. But basically I hate pencils and I just have to deal with them. So I'm making another video about how to deal with pencils. I made one like 3 years ago and I've not changed too much, but I've changed a few things. So let's talk about pencils. I'll let you in on a little secret. Kids ruin everything. Well, not everything, but they do break, chew, and lose pencils at an enormous rate. It's like ridiculous. So I had to come up with a plan to like recycle them as much as possible. And then I also had to come up with a plan of how to get all these pencils sharpened, because there's nothing more disruptive than being in the middle of something and hearing like rah, 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 all day long. So here's what I've come up with. I don't know if you can tell, but I have tables in my room. I don't know if you guys have tables or desks or how you use it. But basically, I believe in community pencils that everyone has to share, so there's public shame if you bite them. And so I put the pencils in these little containers and I label the bottom so that I can tell which table they're from. So I got table 1, 2, 3, and 4. Starts the day with so many sharpened pencils, and then at the end of the day, they have to put all the pencils back. And if there are any things that need to be sharpened, I take this over to my pencil sharpener and I sharpen them. I'll show you that in 1 second. You know, I thought seriously about coming back here and cleaning things up, but then I thought, you know what? Y'all are teachers, you get it. Why create this illusion that I have things all together all the time? I don't, it's messy back here. So whatever, I'm keeping it real. This is what it looks like. Anyway, at the end of the day, I have a helper collect all 4 pencil baskets, and they drop it off, right there. And then at the end of the day, when they're all gone, I take the pencils and I sharpen them myself and return them to the same basket. That way, no one else is touching my super nice, precious pencil sharpener, and all the pencils get sharpened at once so I don't have to deal with it during the school day. It's a pretty good system, but I had to work out some bugs. Bug number 1, what if the student buys a pencil that they really, really like and don't want other people to touch it or have it? So that just took a lot of communicating with the kids that if you have what I call a special pencil, you should probably just leave it at home and use it at home, because it could get lost here, and if it got lost or mixed up, I am not doing a search party. So they're just gonna have to deal with it. And then, but at the same time, I also talk about how you may only use my yellow pencils, and if you see one that's special, you don't get to just take it, it's someone else's. So you only take the special pencils that are yours. So just, you have to talk to the kids about this, because this matters to them. I don't particularly care about it, but they do. Bug number 2, even though I made sure that there's 6 to 7 sharpened pencils in each pencil basket at the beginning of every day, without fail, by 2 o'clock, they're like, oh, the pencil's broke and I don't have any more pencils, I need a pencil. So that was a problem. So I came up with a solution. Here is our supply bins for centers. So I just included a pencil bin. And at the end of the day, I sharpen all of these too. So worst comes to worst, if they need an additional pencil, they may come take one out of here. This also solves the problem of, what if someone finds a pencil on the ground? What do they do with it? Well, they know to just put it in there. So that way I don't have to like say, whose pencil is this? Whatever, just put it in there. So that kind of solves the 2 biggest issues with the communal pencils, other than just like telling parents that we're doing communal pencils, so your child is not getting like the same exact pencils that they brought on the first day of school necessarily. And that honestly solves about like 95% of the pencil problems in my room, or at least minimizes it. I still don't like having to sharpen a bazillion pencils at the end of every day. So I actually solved that by getting a 5th grade helper come in at the beginning of school and sharpen all the pencils for me. I don't know, like, do you ever just have a thing that you don't like? I don't like pencils. I don't know what it is. I digress. So I want to hear what you do for pencils in the comments below, and what you think of my system, or if you think I could improve it. I'd just love to hear your thoughts on my pencil management system. Additionally, pencils is a procedure that I teach at the beginning of the year. If you would like a list of all the procedures I teach at the beginning of the year, you can get your hands on it for free. Just look below in the description, and there is a link to get it. Again,